Hello, it's me, Jonathan. It's Sunday, August the 12th. Sunday, August the 12th, and this is my video diary, my Chelsea FC vlog of this, the 2007-2008 season, and is the programme of the Birmingham game, which is the first game, and I've just seen it. It's a picture of the team in the middle. But before I give you my view of the game, let me just tell you about what I did prior to the match, and then in my next vlog I'll tell you about some of the characters I watched the game with when I sit in the East Stand middle at Stamford Bridge, home of the great Chelsea Football Club. So, get to the ground by cycling down there, as I live in Hammersmith. That's very good green, isn't it? Book Green, in fact, is where I live, to be precise. It's a bit of green in the middle of the Shepherd's Bush Road. Obviously it's not in the middle of the road, it's to the left if you're going up towards Hammersmith, and to the right if you're going down towards Shepherd's Bush. Today, to go to the match, I cycled via Barons Court and North End Road Market's my usual route. Takes about 10 minutes. Avoided several groups of fans around the back of the ground, including a very fat man in a 2005 Chelsea shirt by inches, who did that football supporters thing of just wandering about in the middle of the road. Football fans on the way to the game and leaving seem to believe that the highway code and traffic just don't exist near the ground. They inhabit a sort of, there's the ground, I can amble about wherever I choose mentality. Now, I don't know whether there's a sort of boundary they cross. I mean, do they go, right, I'm about 500 yards from the ground now, and that bollard there is about 498 yards away, so I'm now entitled to weave around on the public highways if I own it, and I can ignore all health and safety issues and presume that cars and cycles don't exist. Or does it just happen subliminally? A sort of prehistoric thing kicks in. Football equals war equals mine, totally fixed on the coming 90 minutes, equals middle of road is where I walk. Or perhaps they've all been at the pub for too long, and when they've staggered out, they've forgotten they're walking in the road. They just get out and realise they have to turn right to get to the ground and get their legs moving. Where they walk isn't part of the instinct. I mean, obviously, if the traffic's been stopped and blocked off, fair enough, like when the Fulham Road is made into a car-free zone about an hour before the match starts, and after the match. But it doesn't extend to all the side roads as well, does it? But you think it did by the swanning about that goes on. Large groups of men in team colours marching down the road and resentful when they have to move. Let's be frank, it's weird behaviour. This fat bloke snarled at me. "Oi, look where you're going," he said, which was rich considering I was trying to avoid him. I gave him a playful wave and he glared at me before I screamed, "For fuck's sake, it wasn't my fault, we were in the middle of the fucking road!" No, I didn't really. I just sailed past him and admired his wobbly stomach. I parked the bike in the Chelsea bike shed. I was stopped on the way as I was wheeling the bike by a yellow-bibbed security person and asked if I was taking the bike to the bike shed. As I was standing practically next to the bike shed at the time, I couldn't quite get what he meant. I suppose he was just doing his job. A little too diligently, perhaps, but then they haven't got much to do, or many brain cells, I suppose. The bike shed is, of course, crammed full of all the same abandoned bikes as last year, so you just pile yours in and lock it up so that no one can take a wheel off. You'd have thought they might have cleared a few of the obvious wrecks away, being possibly the richest club in the league. But no. Perhaps they're not keen on people riding bikes to Chelsea. They prefer you to have a car and pay through the nose to use the matchday car park. Considering the ground has supposedly been done up in the closed season, well, that's what it said in the letter I was sent, you'd have thought that the bike shed would similarly have had a makeover. But no, it's a bike graveyard, a junk man's dream with all sorts of bits of bike, their exterior essentials like wheels and brakes and handlebars, ripped away by bike vultures, hanging on for dear life by their super efficient locks. Strolling up to the East Stand, I see there's a rather unattractive laminated picture of the shed end above the entrance to the shed end, as it was when the ground had a dog track in it and where I used to stand wearing a blue and white bobble hat and scarf covered in those little blue and white Chelsea plastic stars that had pictures of the players in them. I have to admit I was of an age where I just liked the stars and had a few from other clubs. I had a Bobby Robson Fulham one that belonged to my father. My father used to watch the Chelsea one week and Fulham the next. Used to stand in the Fulham enclosure with a group of actors and actually knew several of the Fulham players, including Graham Leggett and Maurice Cook and Stan Brown. Who the fuck are they, I can hear you ask? And a Terry Neal Arsenal plastic star that I'd swapped with a school chum for a banana. And of course I had a couple of rosettes on my blue tracksuit top. Blimey, overdressed or what? Whatever happened to rosettes? I like them. I glue them to my bedroom wall. They go all discoloured. The Chelsea blue would turn to mauve after a bit, and when you tried to pull them off to bin them, they'd take part of the wallpaper with them because you'd used too much Boss Stick or even Airfix glue that you used to glue your little plastic model aeroplanes with.